It's time for iCast, your freaking awesome replays, and we are, of course, doing the Surgical Warfare Challenge, where, I mean, as Icyfar always does, we're casting average Joe players who are trying to play an incredibly clean surgical game. And, I mean, this amuses me no end, because StarCraft's fucking fast and hard, and I don't actually think many of these games will be that clean. I'm sure we're going to see players trying to play clean, awesome one-sided games. They lose next to no units, but I think we're going to see a lot of these games become an absolute shit show. So I'm very excited to cast these. Down here in the bottom right, it is Eyebrow. And... sorry, that's Clan Eyebrow. Sorry, it's Amarox and MacGyver. Oh, I like this. Just a beer next to the command center. Nice. Up here in the top left, it is Noeb and Nopada, who are regulars here in the chat. I've actually Pite, who just told me how to say his name, and I'm going to ignore it. Pite is, oh, it's Pite Noeb. Right. Okay, what up, Noeb? And it looks like Nopada coming in for a little bit of a cannon rush here. Is it a real cannon rush? There is a forge at home. And this probe, oh, doing a bit of the twerky twerk. Oh, no. Double drilly boy gangbang, run. Okay, there's 3 probe. Oh, God, does go down. But actually, oh my God, that pylon reaches the low ground. Cannon does go up on the low ground. Another pylon going to go up. So Nopada here has already lost a probe. Not looking very surgical, mate. Can't believe you sent this replay in. What a tryhard. Jesus. Oh, didn't lose any units. Yes, you did. Already lost a probe. Get wrecked. Speaking of which, oh, no. Run. Oh, the cannon's not ready. That probe's going to get cornered. Oh, can it do a loop-de-loop? Loop-de-loop. Get to the cannon. Get to the cannon. Yeah. Oh, my God. The pylon on the high ground survived as well. Oh, my God. More cannons going down to protect the pylon. This MacGyver Marine needs to suddenly get a lot more damage output if it wants to depower that in time. Now, while this filthy cannon rush continues, guys, I do want to say a quick shout out to next week's challenge. It was suggested by somebody yesterday in Twitch chat. Even though we're casting Icyfar one day later each week now due to time zone changes with daylight savings, we are... oh, goddamn, the Reaper joining up with this is dirty. Bounces himself. We are actually still having the same submission a day for Icyfar. So still get your replays in the same time. The new challenge still goes up on the same day as it used to. It's just a day before it gets cast. So you can always hop in my Twitch chat, type !Icyfar. Even if I'm not online, my Nightbot is always there because I believe in no breaks for my employees. Whether they're robotic or not, I'm big on, you know, robotic AI slavery. So what can I say? If the robots ever turn on us, it's probably my fault. Ooh, that Reaper baiting these Reapers in. Very nice here from Noah. And yeah, you can get the up-to-date topic. The up-to-date topic, for you guys who don't know, is tricks of what a whore does for money. Which, of course, is a nice reference to one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Arrested Development. But basically just use as many spellcasters as possible. I know we've done this one before. We'll do it again. We've done like 200 Icyfar episodes at this point, some crazy number of them. We've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. So it's actually just one of those things. We're going to repeat topics, and this is one where you can do a lot of fun shit. So, yeah, get in there and show us your most creative spellcasters. These Reapers are not dying very much right now, guys. Noeb has lost no units, and it's 150 minerals only lost for Nopada. Oh my God, with the Reaper drugs, this is actually really quite surgical. And the Stalkers aren't focus firing that red hit point Reaper. You can even see Noeb's like pulling it to the back just a little bit. Oh, this is dirty, man. Behind this, expansions are starting to go down for our purple and teal northern teams that are being very aggressive here. More Reapers are coming out for MacGyver, but is outnumbered roughly 2 to 1. The Stalker's going to come forward. No! Oh! 2 of those Reapers deep in the red. And look at that, leaves them on the low ground to heal. I'm actually loving this. This is so sick. The Reaper drugs are really paying off here. And, oh my God. Oh, this is really good. I mean, you're going to notice here that these Reapers are literally some of the very few people in the Western world who actually understand the seriousness of this situation. They're wearing gas masks, and they've got this jetpack, which handily helps them maintain social distancing. So you're going to notice all wearing gas masks. You know, they're not touching their face because they've got a gun in each of their hands. They said, I keep touching my face. How can I stop touching my face? Apparently, if I put a pistol in each hand, it removes the temptation. And, oh my gosh, has Noab still lost no units? Noab still lost no units. Oh my god, this was disgusting. They even had an expansion finishing behind this for both of them. But the classic, guys, 3-Rax Reaper, Cannon Rush into Immortal, about as dirty as it gets. It says 150 minerals went down. That was one pylon and that first probe. That's all they lost. Yeah, it was pretty fucking surgical. Alright, that was pretty fucking surgical. I also love it because the units are like constantly coming forward. They're like, ooh, let me touch you. Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy? And the Reaper's like, get the fuck away from me. And that's exactly what you guys should do. So I know a lot of you out there are like, I still shake hands with people because I'm a man and that's what I got to do as a human. I'm not some antisocial cuck. Well, learn from the Reaper. Don't shake people's hands. If they try to shake your hand, shoot them in the fucking face. Speaking of shooting their opponents in the fucking face, let's go straight into game 2. Up here in the top left-hand side, spawning in the red, it's... Like, can we... How the fuck are you meant to say... Like, that's... What? Learn to fucking name yourselves. I don't think there's any language in the world where... is a good name. Seriously. Like, I make fun of people who are like, oh... I'm gonna name my account Brad because my name is Brad. And I'm like, well, that's fucking lame. Like, imagine if you got to name yourself, like, right? You could go back in time and name your human child self. Like, I'd name myself something cool, like Poseidon or fucking Zeus or something, you know? There's some people like, oh, I'd probably just call myself James because that's my name. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, seriously? The whole point of naming yourself in a game is you get to fucking give yourself a cool name. This player here went one step level. Wow, fantastic name. Over here in the bottom right-hand side in the blue, it is Mythic Booty, which of course, this is definitely a name we've cast before. I can't quite remember what the games were, but I definitely remember talking about Mythic Booty before. Which, you know, I mean, I immediately think of one of those like Brazilian butt implant booties, the ones you see in like the slow-mo videos, kind of bouncing up and down with 17 million likes on Instagram. You know what I'm talking about. Those ones where you're like, that can't possibly be something which naturally evolved. There's got to be some silicon implants in that ass. Speaking of which, remind me if I'm wrong, chat. Wasn't there a case where people were getting cancer from like the implants, like poisoning their body, and that was happening with arse implants? Am I imagining things? Was this fake news? Let me know. Guys, Jamie, can we get a quick fact check on that? I'm trying to remember. Let me know, because that would be hilarious if someone got like a disease from their arse implants. I mean, it'd be really sad as well, but I don't know. Anyways, so far Mythic Booty's just kind of scouting, just chilling. I imagine it's Mythic Booty that sent this replay in, by the way. Obviously, we're Surgical Warfare Challenge. Some people, I've had some comments, they go, why didn't they do the challenge? And I go, that's next week's challenge. This is not the Spellcaster Challenge. I'm telling you guys about the Spellcaster Challenge so you can send your replays and I can cast them a week from now. Some people struggle to comprehend that. They say, what's an Icyfar? It's Icyfar. I cast your freaking awesome replays. If you like swearing, you can call it your fucking awesome replays. It doesn't really matter. The point is, I cast a bunch of you regular average Joes sending me your video games. Speaking of which, actually, I think Grim Reaper sent me a game. I don't know if it made it in. Obviously, you know, it might have been just a bit too one-sided and boring. But I know Grim Reaper sent in a replay versus like some 6.5k player or something like that. So I think we might get a GM cast today. We'll see how it goes. For now, it is going to be Twilight Robo. Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. If there is a build... Yeah. DT Archon. If there is a build that is made for efficiency, it is a DT Archon drop, right, guys? It's where, you know, especially if you go the double build, where you go 2 prisms, 4 Archons, you just never lose anything but shields. And if they're not quite ready, it can just spiral out of control, especially if they're not ready for the first DT. So So far, just one adept in the wall, one adept on the other side of the map. This adept, she's like, oh, you want to play frisbee, kids? The Zerglings, thankfully, actually listen to their mum. She's like, get back in the fucking creep. They're like, Mom, I want to go play with that laser frisbee Protoss. She said she wants to play catch with us. She's like, get the fuck back on the creep, you little shits. You're gonna fucking get killed. They're like, nah, she just wants to play, Mum. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine being a queen? Like, seriously. It's just like you've got the stupidest children ever you've got to protect. A bunch of drones and Zerglings who all they want to do is just headbutt into Hellions and Adepts and shit like that. It's hard to protect your children. Speaking of protecting your children, anyone else feel like they're surrounded by kids constantly running around screaming in this isolation time? Yeah? My neighbor kids, so we just had new young kids move in next door, and then the other next door apartment already has like a bunch of kids. Oh man. Now they've joined forces. It's like it's an exponential loudening factor, but also they're constantly running around the shared spaces. If one of them gets the fucking virus, the whole building has it 120%. It's gonna be great. More importantly, they're noisy as fuck and they never shut up. But yeah. Anyways, I mean, I totally love kids. I mean, I'm definitely not that cranky guy next door from when I was a kid who we were afraid to go get our soccer ball back from when we kicked it over the fence. That's definitely not me. I'm not a cranky old fart, except I am. Drones and Zerglings getting massacred right now, guys. So far, I don't think we've seen any units die. Just like, I'll pick up and leave. I actually think the DTs could have stayed there and fight. Didn't know, of course, that Roaches and Lings weren't going to come out. And you can actually just morph Archons there and come back in, hey. Woo! We got a second Warp Prism on the way right now as well, by the way. So very cool to see. He's going to go Forge. Third base on the front. Perfect game so far, as opposed to 12 units dying. Now, I want to say, for anyone who forgets when this was like the meta for like, what, 9 months back in early Legacy of the Void, there was like Scarlet's favorite thing to talk about. Scarlet, shout out if you're in chat, by the way, today. I don't know if she's around. Oh my god, like the memes. She's like, it's just free damage. I don't know why every Protoss wouldn't just do this. She's like, you should actually just go 3 prisms and get 6 Archons. You can't lose. It was so funny. Zergs were like adjusting. The Warp Prism had more pickup range than I think the Queen still hadn't got the extra anti-air range either. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was more powerful. But it was just kind of hilarious to like see the way Scarlet would talk about the Archon drop. She was just like, well, you just like get free damage, and then you just heal, and then you come back and you get more free damage. It's literally doing damage for free. She loved playing against this strategy. A lot of pro gamers complained about it, but I think she was one of my favorites with how vehement she was towards it. So so far, these Archons are doing a bit of, hey, I'm down here, now I'm up here. Oh, hey kids, you want to go to the water park? Fucking shoots that. They're like, that's not water, that's lightning, you dickhead. You lied. Stays in the Spore Crawler range a little long there. But 1,500 resources lost so far. Still a perfect game. Oh my god, another prism. The double-double. The double-double. Come on, baby. Siege up. Warping those DTs. Oh my god, there's a third warp prism on the way. Oh, he's gonna do a triple. Wait, there's already one over here? He's already, oh my god, it's gonna only be Archons and prisms. Mythic booty. Oh, there are very few people who I've never seen in person, and I've watched only a single StarCraft game of theirs, and then I get turgid. But right now, I'm rather turgid. You've created some firmness in my passion. Usually it's only Serral that gets this out of me, and a few other players occasionally. But the Mythic Booty, big surprise. Mythic Booty making someone a bit excited. I guess it's not that surprising when you think about it. Those prisms only drop off 2 Archons, get hit by the spores, and then just fly off. These 2 Archons are playing refugee hunters right now. It's where you find people without a home and then you brutally murder them. Ooh, the other Archons do end up dropping out here as well. The Queens are going down, but those prisms, I don't know if they're going to be able to save them. Oh, the first unit falls! An Archon! Ugh. Oh my god, it counts as 2? Whoa. Oh, and the prism's flying! Mythic Booty with some epically bad micro there. That was fantastic. Did you guys know it counts as 2 units dying when an Archon dies? Because it's 2 High Templar. I never knew that. How cool is that? I never actually checked that. The way this tallied up in the units lost is it went 1 High Templar cost, 1 High Templar cost. And like it added 1 and then another right after each other when an Archon died. That was very fucking cool. I'm learning things about StarCraft right now. Meanwhile, is learning about wanting to fucking hurt themselves after Archons tear literally everything apart for 5 minutes non-stop. Now, these two Archons here, roaches are on top, buddy. Roaches are on top. Pick up. Does get back for now. Now, a new Prism is here. There's more DTs ready to morph into Archons. Behind this, we have charge zealots without charge. So these are non-charge zealots. Okay. So this is that shit where you're like, guys, we're gonna make an army of sword soldiers. And then you forget to give them swords. Like, it's a little bit of an oversight, guys. This is if you're creating a modern military infantry division and you forget to give them rifles. And they're just like, yep, so we're ready. When are our rifles coming? They're like, oh, we forgot to order them. Logistics screwed up. Like, we're in troubles. Ooh, okay, does barely save those Archons. 2 Archons in the main at the same time, but the roaches are positioned. Has started to learn. I mean, this is one of those situations where the Zerg, after being hit in the third and the main mineral line simultaneously for 5 minutes, has learnt to put both spores and roaches and spines in both mineral lines. Now, this is actually that cool point where what you want to do is you group up in the middle and you fly into their middle base. The base where it makes no sense to drop. Ooh, 3 Overlords. And that's where they don't have any units. This is like a rule that you have where if you keep hitting the extreme flanks, at some point your opponent will be so well defended on those flanks that you just go to like the least accessible middle base that shouldn't really be a place that you're attacking, and you just kill everything there. But Mythic Booty, unfortunately, not figuring that one out just yet. 3 Immortals are out, still no charge. I mean, I guess this way the Zealots will kind of hang back and not run into the roaches, but seems a little orcs. So we've got Prism, Archon. Where's the other Prism? We've got still 3. Bam. Okay, it's still up here. Those ones are going to morph. Oh, Tunneling Claw Roachies. There is an Observer, 3 Immortals, though. So I'll tell you what, you don't want to walk through that many Zealots. That is like the gauntlet of Zealots, man. They'll stab you as you walk through. These Roaches having a bit of a shark around, though. They're like, oh, we evolved to have our spikes stick out of the ground because apparently Abatha, he didn't think it was fair if they couldn't at least see a bit of a trail of dirt getting kind of let everywhere. Abatha's actually that guy who... he only wants to win if it's a fair game. Ooh, a double-double. Here comes the double-double. Uh-oh. Does Mythic Booty know how to hold position and focus fire? Looks like yes. That hatchery is going to go down. Uh-oh. Probe's starting to fall here. Probe's starting to fall in that base. The Immortals and the Zealots coming down. It's a distraction, though. These Roaches and Ravages. You got to pull out. You got to pull out. This is meant to be the distraction. They're not meant to stand and fight. I mean, it's allowing the Roaches to get in the main, but you are not meant to stand and fight with Ravages. These Archons are going forward, killing lots of Overlords, but the Roaches unburrowing in the main. Uh-oh. You got to pull back on the front, you fucking psychopath. The whole point is meant to be a distraction on the front, you idiot. No! Run! Get home and defend the Archons, you crazy person. Your Roaches are killing his main. Stop it! It's trying to hold the choke point. Not a good idea. These Roaches kill the main Nexus. They're doing some good damage. I'd love to see a few DTs warp in. There's no Overseer back there. These Roaches are going to try to run home. These Archons, though, are ready to kind of intercept. No, those 2 Archons just kind of walk off to the side a little bit stupidly. Meanwhile, more Archons and DTs in the main. They're everywhere. Shit is going ham right now. And unfortunately, that Spork really can't see over here. Those DTs, as they move over here, aren't being spotted. These ones on the right-hand side are being spotted, though. So at least some of them are being seen. And look at this absolute mayhem. The player with not only the worst name, but unfortunately does get utterly dicked by those Archon drops. Now, a perfect start for Mythic Booty. At the end of it, still quite efficient, but did start flying Warp Prisms into Spore Crawlers and leaving Archons to die. So, I mean, a perfect start. It turned around a little bit. Nonetheless, pretty fucking surgical if you ask me. Free units, free damage. People are like, oh, Locusts have free units. It's fucking unfair. Well, how about free fucking damage? Does it sound fair? Does it? You tell me.